Barcelona are rivaling Real Madrid for Rodri. Would Hansi Flick's side be a better fit? Rodri's glittering 7-year stint at Manchester City looks to be coming to an end. But as the 30-year-old World Cup winning captain nears a return to his home country of Spain, he faces a decision. Which of its two most historic clubs to join? The Athletic reported that Real Madrid were working on a deal to sign the 2024 Ballon d'Or winner close to 2 weeks ago.
Then I found Lulu Talks tea and everything shifted. Once I started drinking it, my mornings were ruined in the sense that they'd never be the same again. I began waking up feeling rested and energized, something I hadn't experienced in years. My new routine? Just 1 cup of Lulu Talks in the morning. On top of that, my menopause symptoms have eased significantly. I finally feel like myself again, strong, confident, and like a woman who's ready to take on the day.
Curious what makes it different? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/8.
Advertisement Barcelona are now exploring a deal of their own. Sources close to the situation, speaking anonymously to protect relationships, suggest he is attracted by their football style, as well as his familiarity with many in the dressing room. Madrid are in a state of flux after finishing 8 points behind La Liga champions Barca last season. They failed to win a meaningful trophy in each of the last 2 campaigns, cycling through 3 managers in the process, while a fourth, Jose Mourinho, arrives amid uncertainty after 13 years away. Superstar winger Vinicius Jr. has been targeted by Arsenal, but also has an improved renewal offer from Madrid. Barcelona would seem to present a more stable environment for Rodri's tempo-setting, counter-pressing skill set. Their tactical identity is strongly defined after 2 successful seasons under Hansi Flick, similar in style to Pep Guardiola's City, while many of Barca's squad, including midfielders Pedri, Gavi, and Dani Olmo, are Rodri's international teammates. As The Athletic reported in the transfer deal sheet on Tuesday, Madrid's interest in Rodri remains. But could Barcelona's late play change things? Would a move to the Camp Nou make more sense? Rodri has been a foundational pillar of City's success, playing a leading role in 4 Premier League titles, 5 domestic cup wins, and a Champions League title in 2023. His natural ability on the ball, one of the most gifted passers of his generation, has seen him dictate City's play, while his innate sense of defensive positioning and strong tackling has helped him anchor the midfield, reliably protecting his team from opposition counterattacks when the ball drops loose. Such a skill set would seamlessly fit into Flick's midfield, where fullbacks push high and midfield partners flood into the final third to overload the opposition. Rodri would do much of what he has done for years in the Premier League: drop between the center-backs, spray passes into the channels, and pick his moments to get forward and attack the spaces on the edge of the box himself. Advertisement here is a clear example of his passing ability for Manchester City, taken from a 3-1 win over Copenhagen in 2024. As the deepest midfielder, he spots the run of Jeremy Doku well before receiving the ball, and then pitches a looping pass over the opposition shape for his winger to run onto. It is the kind of distribution, effortless, inch-perfect, and quick, that allows teams like Barcelona to progress through the gears even when the opposition sit deep. Based on this evidence, Rodri would have few issues adapting to Barcelona's pass-heavy build-up. According to data from the Athletics team Placed All Wheels, Flick's team were the most stylistically similar team to Rodri's City last season, circulating the ball and dominating territory, holding a high line and creating chances through intricate passing sequences rather than more direct, long balls in behind. Madrid also look to control possession, but have leaned into quick counterattacking more often in recent seasons. Particularly if Vinicius Jr. stays and Mourinho persists with their 4-4-2 shape out of possession, Rodri may be tasked with covering large distances to keep the defensive shape, much in the way that Aurelien Tchouaméni has been caught out in recent years. The structure at Barcelona would undoubtedly be more protective of Rodri in the heart of midfield. The way Rodri played at this summer's World Cup also hinted at how he could adapt at Barcelona. Spain's opening 0-0 draw against Cape Verde prompted questions around Pedri, who did not look his usual influential self in a more advanced role. But national team coach Luis de la Fuente found a winning formula against Saudi Arabia, Austria, and Portugal, as Rodri anchored the midfield and rotated positions with Pedri, allowing them to pick up the ball in deeper areas and progress the play. Advertisement, as we can see below, Rodri would often anchor the midfield and protect the two center-backs, allowing Olmo to find pockets of space further ahead. Spain scored 8 goals and conceded 0 across those 3 games. In that deep role, Rodri brings balance due to his unerring ability to be in the right place at the right time. His dual-winning capabilities are all the more important given that the defense is often exposed when City or Spain lose the ball, given the number of players they commit forward. That knack of winning possession up high is complemented when surrounded by other players who are switched on and look to counterpress quickly. As we can see from the example below against Portugal, Rodri is surrounded by 4 teammates, including Olmo and Barcelona centre-back Pau Cubarsí, helping box in the opposition while he steps in to make the tackle to snuff out a potential counterattack at source. In La Liga last season, no team allowed the opposition less time on the ball per passing sequence than Barcelona. Rodri would be a welcome addition to their well-drilled defensive shape. Rodri would also be joining a number of well-known international teammates if he were to accept Barcelona's approach. There were 8 Barca players in Spain's World Cup squad. At Madrid, he would find familiar ground in a reunion with Bernardo Silva. Across 16,700 minutes on the pitch at City, the most of any player across Rodri's career, Bernardo and Rodri developed a strong understanding with the ball. Off the ball, Bernardo's relentless running complements Rodri's sense of positioning to ensure that they are rarely overrun in midfield. Alongside the incredible athleticism of Jude Bellingham and Federico Valverde, and the solid defensive profiles of Tchouaméni and Eduardo Camavinga, Madrid have options to beef up the center of the pitch and ensure that Rodri is not left doing too much of the dirty work. But there is still work to do for Mourinho to figure out their strongest defensive shape. Advertisement, and looking more generally to Rodri's career minutes, he is much more familiar with Barcelona's squad through appearances for former clubs and the national side. Rodri's high quality with and without the ball helps him adapt to different scenarios, but since rupturing his anterior cruciate ligament in September 2024, he has been bypassed more frequently, especially if his team do not control possession or leave him with too much space to defend. His performances at this World Cup saw him back to his imperious best, his skill set platformed by a well-drilled Spanish system. He has the attributes and experience to be a resounding success at Madrid, but Barcelona may be a more assured destination.